Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Banao Bharat's Trading for Living Friday Expiry Live Session. Well, we couldn't do the live session today, but still, let us do the post market analysis. Half year in the year 2023 closes today, and Nifty, Bank Nifty, Sensex, most of the major indexes are at the all-time high, not just the yearly high. We are sitting at all-time high as of today. One more fantastic day in the markets. Yesterday, the major indexes take out the all-time high that was made in the year 2022 in the month of December 2022, and yesterday was the day after 6 months or 6.5 months that Nifty once again scales back to that level, and today a confirmation run of yesterday's breakout, and today's close is also extremely good. This is the Nifty chart, opens at around 19,082, gap up compared to yesterday's close. Yesterday it had closed at around, yesterday in the sense it was day before yesterday. Yesterday was a holiday. Day before yesterday it had closed at 18,975. Today straight away in the morning it opens at around 19,082, and there was a opening candle breakout at the first candle high, which was the level of 19,182. From there on, Nifty has not even for a little while, not even for few candles, has come back within the range, and it has shown a very consistent and comfortable uptrend. And this time, even though on the whole, when we are seeing the candles are looking very small, but volumes are very much supporting, and at the all-time high people are more confident into buying, and they are more confident into holding their positions. So they are not scared, and they are not exiting on an intraday basis or on a few days basis. We have seen how the grind was near to the all-time high. All of June we have spent near to the all-time high. Every time it used to gap up on Mondays and stay there for a couple of days, and once again tries to loses steam and used to come down, and again in the next week it used to try to make another high, but again it used to fail, and it used to spend few days in the sideways movement and used to fall back little bit, but nowhere in the month of June it gave a clear sell levels. Yes, buying conviction was not there, buying exhaustion was very much visible. Yes, there was many days of sideways movement, but not once in the month of June on a little higher time frame there was no sell level that got established. So it was very clear, it was only a matter of time that the indexes have to take out the highs. As it is, there were very good movement happening in many of the mid cap stocks as well as small cap stocks, but the overall index, the barometer, the benchmark indexes, the one what generally is shown in the media and what generally people watch, it could be Nifty or it could be Sensex, both were had come so close to the highs, and they were struggling and moving sideways, and very visible exhaustion was there. But on Wednesday in fact on Tuesday itself, by Tuesday afternoon the trend had reversed onto the upside, and there was very clearly the signs on Tuesday itself that we are this time going to be taking that final leg of the rally and moving higher. So on Wednesday we gap up and continuously move up and make a new all-time high. Today, as a reconfirmation, it once again gaps up, and this time after having gapped up, it has not remained sideways, it has shown the upward trajectory once again, and also you can see the volumes at the close. It's a green candle and a fantastic volume at the close, which is all the more indication that this breakout will be sustained at least for next few months, and we are going to see some big numbers being posted even on the large cap stocks which had not actually participated up till now, which are having major say in the indexes. So all the stock players start watching the large cap stocks now. They will also give you some good returns the way small cap or the mid caps have been giving you good returns over the past few months now. Since March this rally is going on, and it is after few days this all-time high will become a irrelevant figure, because now we are into the uncharted territory. From here on there could be there were days when within 30 to 40 days index has crossed 1000 points. So now we are at 19,000. We don't know how many more days it might take or how many more weeks or months it might take, but the way the momentum has been picked up at the high, people are coming in, they are participating, fresh buying is happening, which is a very clear indication that one, there will be short squeeze, and actually there is not much of a short positions, but people who want to build short positions will not be building at this level. They will be willing to sell only at a higher level. So automatically the price resets will happen on the higher side, and only when more higher prices are seen on the indexes is when short sellers also will show some interest in doing some short selling. Otherwise this is a clearly a buyer's market, a very clear buyer's market, and you can participate in all of the Nifty 50 stocks, you can participate in all of the Sensex 30 stocks. These are the stocks which will take this rally further. Whether this is the final leg of the rally, we don't know, but definitely we are in the middle of the rally. We are in a very much of middle of the rally. This all-time high is not the beginning of the rally. The rally has begun much earlier, and this time the rally has begun in a V-shaped format, wherein the low is at 16,866. From there on we are seeing one-sided movement whole of April, May and June. So this is a classic good close for the half year ending. And when you see the calendar year, and if you split the calendar year into two, Jan to June and July to December, then this semester of Jan to June, this is a fantastic movement that we have seen in last 6 months. From the beginning, if you see, let us go to the monthly chart to get a quick overview on what happened up to June. Well, this is the beginning of the new financial year, new calendar year 2023. We open at around 18,200. From 18,200, very quickly in the month of Jan we saw Adani's saga, and February we saw budget, and there was lot of turmoil in international markets also with respect to inflation, with respect to rate hikes. All of these things were there until March, and we can see here March itself it took the bottom and started moving higher, and a ferocious up move in the month of April, May, and now you can see how it has been closing in the month of June. So what next from here on? From here on it is more of a buyer's market. So it is going to be 2 steps forward and 1 step behind. And also what we need to keep in mind at all times is we are in uncharted territory. Totally the rest of the space is open for Nifty to show any new levels now. There are no levels to tell these are the next levels. As long as you are within the range, we know monthly highs hold good, or yearly highs hold good, but now we have taken out everything. There are no outstanding weekly levels or monthly levels or yearly levels. There are no levels that we can look forward to and say the goalpost is not there. The goalpost, all the goalposts have been taken out, and it is a completely open area and we have to wait for new levels to form on the higher side. All the levels that are there are only on the lower side now. We just have to keep watching the levels on the lower side, and we can leave the higher levels for now, because it doesn't make any sense for us to check on the higher side where it might find the resistance or where it might find the breakout. We are already convincingly broken out, and it is going to be anybody's game from now on. And most likely it looks like, the way the inflows have started even from the FIIs, it looks like it is going to be very robust rally until the coming election, which is scheduled for 2024. So you can expect, the coming 6 months is going to be very thriving stock market for all of us. As long as there are smooth trends, everybody will make money either on the upside or on the downside. So generally, based on historical facts, we know, the bull markets are more smooth and bear markets are more choppy and volatile. So even in the bear markets we can make money. Only thing is, it's not going to be so easy, because ferocity will be higher. But generally in the bull market it is going to be smooth and staggered. Everybody gets an opportunity, everybody can participate. There will be enough ample time for everyone to get into the bus, and euphoria is where we have to have the watch on. As of now, if you ask me, is there any euphoria in the market? I don't think there is euphoria in the market. I think, and at the same time, this is not the beginning of the trend, this is the meat of the trend, and there is some more up move left in this rally is what I strongly believe in, and hopefully it will materialize in that same way. So having said that, we are already in the middle of the trend. It is important for us to be aware. Whenever you see the final euphoria in the market, that is when you can start reducing the positions if you have any. And even if you have any, say multi-year holding which were in loss, so those are the stocks, if it starts giving returns, those are the stocks to exit and start creating a new set of portfolios. So all of those things need lot more understanding. You need to, if you do not have enough skill sets or experience, you need to talk to a reasonably good financial advisor who can help you to navigate through these times, so that the many years of holdings what was stuck, this will be the time for you to reshuffle your portfolio, identify some new set of stocks, check with your financial advisor on what all the stocks that needs to be exited or pruned down, what all the stocks that you need to add on to, what new stocks you need to add on to your portfolio, and all of those things. If you can do it on your own, well and good, but if you can't do it on your own, this is the time you seek somebody's advice and get your financial portfolio in order, because this is the right time to get the portfolio in shape, back in shape. So that is what I would like to say. On the whole, a fantastic close for the month of June, a fantastic close for the quarter, a fantastic close for this half year from Jan to June, and overall good times to be in stock markets, good time to be a trader as well as investor, good time to participate in India's growth story. We have been talking of India's growth story, how economy is good, how the GDP is growing, how we are doing better than most of the other countries in the Western world as well as even in Asian economies. All said and done, there was no reflecting of those things in terms of prices in our Indian stock markets. For last 2 years, even though for last 3 years we have been making higher highs on the index, higher lows on the index, still when it comes to the stock portfolios were not giving phenomenal returns. But now this time round, since March, stock portfolios are turning around. Many of the old stock portfolios which were stuck with 20% drawdown, 30% drawdown or 40% drawdown, they are all back in green, and this is the time to really get your acts together, do proper financial planning, and if required, pump in more capital if the if your financial status permits you to pump in more capital, this is the time to bring in more capital into our Indian stock market, because this time all of those stories that we have been talking and hearing may actually materialize, may actually start getting translated into the price, may actually get translated into real wealth. All this while for last 2 years we have been talking of the India story, but it was not reflecting in price. But now is the time that we are seeing, yes, it might get translated into the price. So make use of this and have a happy weekend. Come back with a fresh perspective for the month of July. Generally, I don't focus on the cash market. I will continue to do the analysis on Nifty and Bank Nifty, because that is where most of the players are. That is where most of the players will need some pointers, some guidance, some hand holding, and some really different perspective for them to really trade well and become financially independent. Well, our endeavor at Banao Bharat's channel has been to create financial education, to bring the financial education to the masses and help people become financially independent through stock markets. In that respect, whatever we can do to help people to become financially independent, we are trying to do those things. And of course, all aspects fall under legal purviews, so we are very conscious of that also, of the actions that we are doing should in no way have any legal implications, and we will continue to do whatever is possible to help the community, to grow the community and educate the community on the financial aspects. Well, have a good weekend. Let us once again reconvene on a Monday morning. Until then, Om Swasti.